Hello and welcome to Prequel to the Sequel. My name's Dwayne, and in this video I'm going to be showing you what I've been reading since the last wrap-up. First off, I started Grace of Kings by Kim Liu, which is the first book in the Dandelion Dynasty, and I'm actually really enjoying this book. One of the main things that I really enjoy about it is the fact that there's like airships. I haven't really seen that in any fantasy books that I've read before, and it just seems intriguing. Plus, just the fact that it's like Asian inspired, it's definitely a fresh take on just fantasy as a whole. And next up, I got a new book the other day, which I've been wanting for a long time. House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. Uh, this book is definitely crazy. That's the best word I can use to describe this book. There are like footnotes, and the footnotes lead to sources that some of them are real, some of them are completely made up, and you can't find them. But basically, this is the story of, well, it's multiple narratives. The first one is a guy named Johnny, and he finds this manuscript for like a essay. The essay's about this movie called the Novitzin Record, and the Novitzin Record doesn't actually exist, but apparently in this universe, this Novitzin Record was a movie. It was like a documentary, and it came out, and it was sort of an underground success. It didn't really get popular. It was more of like a cult following, and it follows this family that moves into a new house, and they slowly discover that it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. And then they go away for like a few days, I think. And when they come back, there's a door that was not there before. And then they finally open it and discover that there's like hallways, and there's like a spiral staircase that goes down. And the thing is, the hallways or the staircase can change in a matter of seconds. Like, for instance, this one group of people go down the spiral staircase, and it takes them about 5 or 6 days, I think, to get down there. And then the main character goes down there, and it doesn't even take 5 minutes. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting book, and it definitely has interesting layouts at some points. Here's a good example. I mean, it's pretty crazy, but if you ever thought about picking this book up, I would definitely recommend it. It's well worth it. Next, I'll be reviewing a manga that I finished recently, and that manga is Blockade Battlefront Volume 1. I actually watched the anime for this a few months ago. I actually really enjoyed it, and the second season's actually coming on very soon, and I really look forward to watching that. So that leads me to this. Usually when I watch an anime first, I try to read the manga if I enjoyed it enough, and most of the time I can't really get into the manga, mainly because it's pretty much following exactly what the anime did, because the anime isn't actually an adaptation of the manga. So I'm just rereading pretty much what I already know happened. But for this volume, it was actually pretty good. Really, the main reason I think I liked it was the pacing. It wasn't too slow or anything. I think the first volume only covered maybe like the first 2 episodes. It's only got 4 chapters, which is pretty standard for a first volume. Usually, first volumes don't have that many chapters. And my main problem with starting a new series most of the time is the first chapter, just because it's so long. Like this one, it's about 50 pages, but that's just pretty standard. But the pacing of it was very good. It didn't seem slow at like any parts. But one of my favorite features of the volume is the colored pages at the beginning. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but the pages that the color is on are actually standard book pages. So like the same quality as all the comics. Whereas most manga volumes that have colored pages in the beginning do not do that. They'll use pages like this, which I don't know if you can tell. They're more of a plastic feel. I'm not sure what they use. It's like a poster quality, but like you can see like the shine, which is fine, but I actually like the fact that for Blockade Battlefront they put the colored pages on just normal paper for books. That was one of my favorite features of this, and I will definitely continue reading this. One of the other things that I really enjoyed about this, let me find, okay, here's a good example. Like when they would do attacks, they'd have the name of the attack in Japanese, like huge print, and then underneath the kanji, they would have like the translation. I just really enjoyed this volume, and when I see more, I'll definitely get it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. I'll see you guys later.